Huawei HG6500 E-Series firewalls are a new generation desktop firewall with support for cloud management. They provide plug-and-play, automatic service configuration, visualized ONM, and big data analysis for a large number of branches to securely access the network. The self-developed network processing chip with built-in acceleration engine provides pattern matching and accelerated encryption and decryption service processing, which significantly improves the performance of processing content security detection and IPsec services.
In Huawei storages, we use different type of RAID. For example, in RAID 5, if one disk fails, the data will not be lost because all the parity are distributed. Different than RAID 3, where you need to use a separate disk for saving the data. So, in case of a failure of one single disk in RAID 5, the data will not be lost. In case of failure of two disks in RAID 5, the data will be lost. For example, if you want to install an OS on the server, you need to take care of the compatibility. And for that, you need to check our website support on Huawei support and check if the server support this type of the OS. Then you need to take care of the drivers, and this can be found on our website support also. And every drivers is based on the OS. For example, if you want to use Windows Server, you need to use the drivers for Windows Server, and then you can check the firmware also in our website support.
RAID 0, it's a simple disk wrapping. Basically, all the data it's spread across the disk in the right loop, and RAID 0 doesn't have any data protection. RAID 1 is disk mirroring, which means all the data is written into separate disks, and this mirroring is good for fast reading operations. But write speed are slower because data must be written onto disk in the same time. If one disk fails, the other disk would take his place. RAID 5 use disk wrapping with parities. The data is stripped across all the disks. Information is needed to reconstruct the data in case one disk is failing. RAID 6 is increasing the reliability by using two parity stripes which allow two disk failures in the same time. RAID 10 uses a combination of disk mirroring and striping. Data is normally mirrored first and then striped. RAID 50, it's known as RAID 5 plus RAID 0. It requires minimum 6 drives. Ocean Store supports three types of disks: SSDs, SAS, and NRSAS. But Dorado it's an all-flash storage device which supports SAS SSDs and NVMe SSDs. Older version of Dorado storage system supports only one disk domain and one storage pool, but on the later version, the number of the disk domain can be created equal to the maximum number of engines of the storage systems. One engine supports one disk domain, and one disk domain supports one storage pool only. A disk domain can have disk owned by two engines at most. Dorado V3 supports only thin LUNs, and the Ocean Store supports also thin and thick LUNs. Dorado supports NAS only after the version V3 L2C10, but the Ocean Store supports NAS and SAN in the same time. The best solution for you is the device that fits your needs.
Our Global Cybersecurity Committee and Security Officer are responsible for ratifying the strategy of cybersecurity assurance. They are in charge of developing this strategy and managing and supervising its implementation. Security assurance is integrated into all of our business processes relating to R&D, supply chain, sales and marketing, delivery, and technical services. Plus, Huawei will reinforce the implementation of our cybersecurity assurance system. How do we do that? By conducting internal auditing and receiving external certification and auditing from security authorities. Last but not least, our employees, partners, and even consultants receive intensive training and are required to comply with cybersecurity policies and requirements.